Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unveiling the Essence of Wisdom. And for my 100th video, I thought I would come out from behind the camera and speak to you all in person for a change. One of my most commented videos was on the subject of maternal enmeshment. That is, mothers who psychologically enmesh with their sons. Now, enmeshment refers to the relational pattern where personal boundaries between family members get blurred or are non-existent altogether, leading to intense emotional interdependence. Now, enmeshed families, when this occurs, the individuality of each member gets compromised, and personal identities become intertwined to the point where one person's emotional state profoundly influences the other. The phenomenon often manifests itself in familiar structures where there's a high level of anxiety and dysfunction, and a high level of emotional engagement and emotional closeness, but in a manner that is very often suffocating and stifling. One key feature of enmeshment is a lack of autonomy. Family members struggle to express their own personal feelings and desires or opinions, often prioritizing the collective emotional environment over anyone's individual needs. When we discuss the role of a mother in this context, particularly, it is vital to recognize the nuanced and often complex position that a mother occupies in the family system. This mother's role significantly impacts the dynamics of the family. And so her role is often very powerful in the whole dynamic of enmeshment. Because traditionally, the mother is seen as the nurturer and the caregiver. And so she's there fulfilling the children's emotional needs. In healthy family environments, a mother promotes independence, she promotes individuality, but in the case of enmeshed family dynamics, the mother's nurturing instinct begins to twist and warp, and she becomes overly identified with her children, especially her son. When this happens, the mother becomes overly attached and involved with the son. Now, a lot of times this occurs because the father has exited the family, and the mother, needing emotional support if she doesn't have strong bonds with friends or other family members, turns to her children, especially her son, to fulfill that emotional support need of masculinity she may be seeking. So you'll hear mothers, they'll say things like, "It's just you and me now," or "You're the man of the house, little Johnny," things like that. And they don't mean to be dumping all this on their sons. It's just that they're feeling lonely and they're feeling exposed, and there's another human being there that they can connect with. Unfortunately, the mother's role in a family, one of them, mother and father, but we're talking about specifically mothers today, mothers and sons, is that she's supposed to be setting boundaries. So when she doesn't set clear boundaries, this often leads to massive confusion for both her and her child. And the son ends up playing the pseudo non-sexual role of a partner for the mother. And this happens because without the defined limits, children begin to feel a strong sense of obligation and begin to prioritize their mother's personal needs over their own. This often prevents them from developing their own self-esteem, decision-making skills, or the ability to form their own personal relationships outside the family because they fear abandoning their mother. The mother begins to overshadow all of her son's developing identity because she's fostered this environment where he feels he has to live up to his mother's expectations and maintain a strong, close emotional bond with her. But this comes at the expense of his own autonomy. This often happens, or this does happen, because the mother will resort to coercion, either unknowingly or as a form of manipulation to control her son. She'll make him feel guilty for expressing his own needs or opinions. The relationship isn't mother-son anymore. The relationship becomes all about the mom and her pain and what she needs and her struggle and what she's going through. This is a terrible dynamic to grow up in. And so if you feel like either you grew up in this type of relationship with your mother, or you know someone who did, there are strategies that a good therapist can give you to help you get out of it. Write me in the comments below if you have seen this type of relationship play out. And be sure to like and share this with anyone you believe needs to hear it. And until next time, have a wise day.